Hello YouTubers, okay, we have another video here. This is a 2006 Volkswagen Passat with random misfires and some codes for the high pressure pump and the pressure regulator valve. So I went ahead and of course check the technical service bulletins, and they recommend to check the high pressure pump, remove it and check the intake camshaft flow, see how much of a damage has happened. Okay, as you can see, I have it removed in there. It's pretty simple. You just remove the plastic cover on the top, which holds also the air filter. It has two metal clamps or clips on the back, and then it's just pried up. Be careful because it usually tries to comes apart. It holds on the front with like these rubber grommets in here. You can see here. It has one there, and two more in the back. So you just carefully pry it up. I went ahead and removed the ventilators, the PCV hose in here, so I got more room to get, because this one has a fuel line and another one kind of like for like return pressure. You have to remove those. Careful not to bend them. But as you can see, let me see if I can get a better approach. Probably right there with not much of a flash light in there, but you can see the intake camshaft lobe is just destroyed. The high pressure pump, it came apart, which is also not normal. You see the spring is right here. This is a metal part. I'm sorry, spring is right here. This is a metal piece. Oops, sorry for the light. That came from the high pressure pump. It's been driven in like that. It has random misfires, lack of power, and as you can see also the intake, the pressure, fuel pressure lobe is completely gone. This is supposed to have a flat area here to drive on the camshaft lobe, and it's gone, wear out completely. So this is, it's gonna have to be completely disassembled to remove the intake camshaft and to replace all the parts. Definitely going to be taping, recording all that for you guys to see. All right, this is just the first part. Hope you guys like the series. Thank you. I'll probably just put everything together. Okay, we have now take some of the stuff out. We got some of the parts. I have the intake camshaft on the bench. I have the new high pressure pump and the cam follower too. I will remove the upper part, let's say the valve cover gasket. It's quite easy, but definitely you need to remove all the front part of where the timing belt is. You need to remove the motor mount, which I will probably record some of that stuff, and the steps. I will remove like a vacuum pump that goes on the back of, right next to the high pressure pump. I'm working, I like to have some of the tools in here and a little helper cart, and this is, just to store in the meantime of the disassemble. These are some of the parts, everything original from Volkswagen. This is the cam follower right here, and this tube is the camshaft, the intake camshaft. I'm not going to take it apart till I'm ready to install, so I keep it clean and lube. But this is just some advance. Like I said, I will be recording most of the process of this. Okay, so we'll keep going. Okay, following the disassemble, I remove the wheel. I remove also part of the wheel well, so like the fender liner, and the engine undercover. I also remove the intercooler hose that goes, from the intercooler to the turbo right here. There's just clips that just slides and hose come out. It has two torch, number T30, and you just remove, let me show you the crankshaft pulley. Right here, you don't need to remove the center bolt, just exterior ones. See right here, like that. You don't let the crankshaft pulley for the timing belt spin. So you don't remove this bolt, just exterior ones. I'm going to remove all these stands. I need also to remove the motor mount. I'm gonna have to put a stand or a jack to hold the engine down, you know, so I can work and remove all the. All right, more of the taking apart. I have already removed the. Let me get some light so you guys can see better. I got the timing belt cover off. You have to remove the engine mount. I got a jack holding the engine, so you guys can see on the bottom too. This, you know, it's an aluminum oil tank, so no problem with that. I removed the timing belt cover, and I also remove on the back where the timing chain connects for both of the cams. Now it's more visible the actual damage that was caused because of not replacing the cam follower on the high pressure pump. You can see how much damage is that one. I mean, it's completely destroyed. I'm waiting for the tools to. It's just a pin to hold this timing change, and I need the socket to remove the bolt that is right here on the front. I have also the tool that is made to hold the two cams, so you can release that bolt without damaging the cams, and then also remove them. That will be the next step. It's already almost 6 o'clock on Wednesday. This is July 27, 2016. So I hope you like. You guys like the video. I will definitely keep going with this. Okay, I got the tools. Now I can start, you know, taking the camshafts out. I got the motor on time. Let me show you guys. Okay, I'm about to remove also the bolt on the front. I got the puller, the special puller to remove the sprocket as well. So the marks are very easy to see. That's the upper one. It's a little move because I was setting it up. And what I did on the bottom, somebody else put already kind of like a paint. I don't know if it's that's from factory or what, but let me show you. That's kind of like in front. So what I did is I did my own punch marks, so I'm not gonna lose those. So I got the parts, the tools from Ocean Marker. This is the one that holds the two camshafts on place while you have. I need also to remove the socket on the back. The bolt on the back. I got a special socket from them as well. A little too much light in there. I don't know if you guys can see this better. So what am I supposed to do right now is bring the tensioner down, put a pin on it, so loose this up, loose the front. I'm gonna use to remove the one sprocket on the front. I'm gonna use this tool I got here. This is later for the tensioner, and this is the one puller specific for that sprocket. I got everything from Ocean Marker, so this is reading the reviews the best you can get besides the original. So let's see how it goes forward. I don't think it's gonna be much of a problem. Like I said, all you need to do is, put that tool in there. It has 2.5. This is an Allen wrench, 5mm. Tighten very good down. And then you can lose this bolt, lose the one on the back, bring the tensioner down, put the pin in, and then after that you can pretty much start removing the bolts. As what the recommendation per factory says, it says to go in, outward, evenly, remove it in, and then just bring it down. Take the camshafts off carefully, set them into a table, clean, and blah blah blah. That's what they recommend to do. So everything looks very normal. I'm gonna need to remove this bracket, this one right here. It has a bolt underneath because, let me see if I can put the light. It has a kind of like a pin that goes inside a hole on this cover. Let's see if I have to remove that too, but everything so far so good. So let me keep going, and I will record a little video. I mean, keep going with the videos. I'm actually, editing a little bit, like kind of like putting together, recording like 3 or 4 minutes at a time, and then probably it's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe 20 to 25 minutes at the most, the total length of the video. Okay, I got everything removed now. Let me show you. This is the head without the camshafts. I removed both together. I didn't remove the chains. I just the rear change. What I did was remove 3 bolts that the tensioner for the rear chain uses. Right here on the back is 3 bolts, Torch T30. Make sure when you remove both of the the camshaft and that tensioner, they uses it's just a small filter that goes right in this hole. I'm going to show you on the tensioner. I also removed the timing belt first. Just loosen the tensioner and remove the timing belt. Leave all the marks in place, because you need to remove the rear. Behind the camshaft sprocket, there is a plastic cover that you need to remove. And also you need to remove the sprocket. I already told you that I have that puller. I use it. This sprocket, it has kind of like a concave on the back, so just quick snap. It's very easy. This is the cover that I was telling you. You need to remove behind the sprocket in order to remove both of the camshafts. Okay, here is the camshaft. This is the new one. I'll show you the big damage we have here. Now it's very easy to see. You can see the damage. I mean, it's super damaged. They're running too much. So what I did is I also did my own marks, as you can see right there on the chain and on the camshafts. Same thing I did here. I put a mark. Sorry, let me focus on that. So I put a mark right there, and I put a mark on the chains, and I did that on the back of the cover. So the filter that I was referring before, this is the rear chain tensioner. So this is a small screen that uses in here for filtering. So make sure that when you remove that, if the screen is not in here, go and look for it. Otherwise, you need to order it. And it comes as a one piece with the tensioner. So I'm going to clean everything up now and start assembling again. It's very easy. They're all T30 Torch screws to hold the cover for the camshafts. This is this one. I'm going to put a new CO2. The belt and the tensioner and everything is brand new, so I'm going to reuse that. Looks like somebody did a service before me, so like I said, I'm going to start doing a very good cleanup, and then put some lube in there and start installing everything back together. Okay, I got now everything clean and ready to assembly. As you can see, I remove all the Permatex or silicone or whatever gasket material they were using in here. You got to be careful, because the thickness is in between 1 millimeter to 1.5 millimeter maximum. So I'm going to use this Milwaukee gun. It's a caulking gun, so you can cut the nozzle and be steady on the bit. I clean both of the cams there very well, and this is the cover for the cams. I clean all this groove in here, all this line that you see here is clean as much as I could with a pick, being very careful not to scratch the surface. That's just a sealing surface, but it's very important to clean it very well, because you want to make sure that you can put like that thickness of the bit in there. The center is very important, because this is where the spark plug holes are. If you don't seal that well, it's going to just leak inside the spark plug holes. So I'm about to start assembling everything, and keep going. I will record more of the process as well. Okay, I already installed the camshafts. I put a nice bit of Permatex gray silicone. You can see it's just a little bit sticking out, so it's not a big amount. You're supposed to torque the bolts 8 Newton meters in a sequence from the center to the outside. 8 Newton meters plus 90 degrees each. I got that specification from Identifix. That's the sequence. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the torque. 8 Newton meters plus 90 degrees. For that I use the 3/8 torque range from Snap-on. This one is pretty good. So everything so far so good. I hope I have this car running today. Alright guys. Alright, timing belt is installed. Timing chain is on time. I also put on all of the camshaft lobes, put this ultra slick engine assembly lubrication. I gotta be careful, extra careful. Make sure by the time the oil gets up, I don't want to have any scratches or nothing on the camshaft or on the tunnel for the crankshaft. So I put all, as you can see, in all the camshaft lobes, I put that. So it's in here too as well. Let me show you the timing that I put in here. I always do my own marks to triple check everything. Let's see if you guys can see that. Okay, so you can see that in the timing chain I have a punch mark. So is in the camshaft and on the cover that is lined up. I did the same here. You can see a little mark there, another one in the timing change, and in the cover everything is lined up. I always spin the engine, just a quarter of a turn back and forth, make sure all the time stays the same. The markers are perfectly online. Same thing as the bottom mark. You guys can see. The timing belt is very easy. What you got to do is you put the timing belt on place first, and then you put the tensioner. This one uses an 8mm Allen wrench. So you pre-tension the timing belt, and then you tie it up a 13mm nut right there. Everything is installed, so I'm now going to be putting the ball cover and keep going with the assembly. So far so good. I don't know what else I can show you on this one's no. So let's keep going. Alright, back cover is installed. I also installed the rear cover, the backing pump. I put some lubricant on the lobe for the high pressure pump, so again it doesn't work dry at the beginning. This is just prevent. Again, it's very simple. All of the screws pretty much are T30 Torx T30. These are 3 here. They're like 7 or 8 on the back of this cover. You just gotta line up because it has like a oil passage with like a 3 rings for sealing in there. So, but it goes in very easy, no problem on that. On the front, I already put the cover for the timing belt as well. This is 1 second. This is just 10mm bolts. It uses 1, 2, 6 bolts, and 2 more here that are Torx T30. It holds the cover onto the valve cover. Let's name that valve cover gasket. The valve cover. Everything going again smooth. I'm gonna be putting you have to, after this, put the motor mount. Then you can release the jack, which I still have in there, and then you put the belt. If you're going to reuse the belt, you have to mark. I always put an arrow facing to the front of the engine. So in this case I'm going to reuse it. I know which way it has to go. It's just to prevent the squirreling on the belt. Everything so far very good. I got everything in place. Hopefully maybe in like a couple of hours I will have this baby running. Okay, this is the end of the video. I put everything back together, normal things. The air filter is actually, very easy. It just hooks with those clips, and it's just to pull up. Be careful, this one was cracked as it came, so I put the coolant bottle. It's just 2 bolts in there. There's 3 hoses you need to disconnect and connect back. They're just very easy. You push by hand and release up. And the fuel one, you have to, it has a plastic, you push the line down and the plastic up, and it comes up. Very easy. Same thing to install. Put back the tensioner and the belt, crankshaft pulley. I need still to put the undercover and the wheel well, the wheel, but car is running good. No chicane lights, no more problem. It's accelerating good. I still gotta test drive the car, but I mean it's running very nice and smooth. Before it was like, you know, check engine light blinking, random misfire, cylinder 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know how that is with this cam follower being like that. You know, the high pressure pump wasn't working at all. So I hope you guys like the video. Thumbs up and like the video, please. That will be perfect. Thank you so much.